Recording started now. Alright. I had the Twitch stream unmuted, which would have been a very bad start for this episode. Hello! Ladies, gentlemen, spacemen, Kerbals. I was going to quote something from John F. Kennedy's moon speech, but I don't actually remember any of it. Except that, you know, we do these things because they are hard, and clearly they've picked the right person for the job, because, as we all know, I am most definitely a rocket scientist in real life, and did not totally quit my computer science degree because the calculus melted my brain. With me here is,
because it is easy.
With me here is Jarenth, who is...
Because we do not care about these damn Kerbals.
With me here is Jarenth, who is a scientist, man, legitimately, and Seamus, who is, you know, honorarily some sort of scientist, I guess. I've never played this game before.
Go to the moon.
Resume saved? What? Okay. That usually doesn't happen when there isn't anything.
Oh, I have a save game with everything unlocked.
Should I do training?
Apparently, everyone who's not you is quiet.
Oh.
Which is typical.
Yeah, let me fix that.
We go to the moon not because it is easy. In fact, it is so difficult that we will very likely never see the moon at all.
Alright, how do I sound now?
I don't remember my old Twitch login, so I can't tell you.
The Twitch is on a minute delay, so give it a moment.
Oh, that's true.
So, do we sound like mostly the same now in terms of audio volume? Is everybody else being drowned out by the ambient music? Because that would be bad. I said they can't hear anybody else's voice. That should not... Unless... No, my speakers are set up properly for broadcasting other...
So weird.
That's weird.
Just bump our volume up.
Yeah, that's what I'll do here.
By 10 decibels. Or 20.
Well, we're off to a thrilling start.
Well, I didn't.
Predict that Josh's spaceships will go just as well as the beginning of the stream.
Shut up. I'm a rocket scientist. I'm better at that. All right. How do they sound now?
Rocket surgeon.
I have cranked up the ventrilo sound to maximum here.
Hello, hello, hello.
I've been updating the blog and Twitter and things like that, which is why I'm not talking yet.
So
Noises.
that was weird. Did the stream just go down for just me watching it? Was it whatever? All right. So should I do training, or should I just jump in and try to figure this thing out without any kind of you know, education or qualifications whatsoever?
I mean, I think we all know what the answer has to be.
All right, sweet.
This game is
so
the
stream...
cockpit and you're in space.
Weird. It's telling me the stream is up, but
It's not
can't
loading.
see it.
Yeah.
Well, I can see it, and everybody else seems to be
All right.
difficulty
Well,
options.
it's out for me.
And we'll just stay with normal. And we're going to do a science career, because Seamus and I were talking about this, and he says that this is probably the best way to do a career mode, but without taking so long on spending money and whatnot.
The thinking was, in career mode, so little stuff is unlocked at the start that we really wouldn't get to see any really big rockets explode. And he would just
flag
be killing
interface is
small
tiny
numbers
at
of
this
Kerbals
resolution.
instead of, you know,
Well, you could
groups
also
of them.
do sandbox, which is just everything.
I'm just going to randomly
Then we're sort of
pick
deprived of a goal.
this dude. Alright.
You don't think
Aside
that
from just,
getting
you know...
Josh in the upper atmosphere is a goal in by itself?
Alright.
Goal
Welcome
one,
to the
make a
Space
rocket
Center.
that doesn't explode
I'm Gene
for 4
Kerman. I will be cleaning up your messes. Alright. Da, da, da. Alright.
Okay.
Looking Space Center. It's been a while since
So,
Oh, I love all the additions in real campaign mode. There's almost nothing to the science center. It's all these tiny little bullshit buildings. It looks like a bunch of sheds. With just the rocket assembly building is the only thing that looks like itself. Even your launch pad is just a dirt circle. Like you just like shove something out there and launch it like kids launching bottle rockets. It's so pathetic. It's wonderful. It's so wonderfully pathetic at the beginning, and that makes you feel like, you know, later on once you get some stuff.
How do I
yeah,
back out of- oh,
I'm
there we
doing
go.
science.
Okay, so
You
what should we
probably
research first?
Rockets.
I was thinking that too. Not enough science to... Oh, so this is like you get science by doing stuff. Okay. Oh,
Wait, how are you supposed
Alright,
to
well,
do stuff
build a
without
rocket.
a rocket?
well, we have some
Build a
rocket
is the tall
stuff.
building. Yeah, Josh. The
Yeah,
big
I'm
tall,
in it.
The big tall
I'm there.
building in the
I
middle of the
gotcha.
thing is where you
So it's the big one, and also.
All right.
The tall one.
How do I look around here? Do I just like...
right click and drag.
Oh, there we
You
go.
don't have the budget for that.
Brr.
So,
And that
no
that
fuel
capsule
tanks.
is what you want to start with.
Right,
There you
that's the pilot thing.
That's the Doom capsule. Your Doom Kerbal.
That
right
is
there.
that is a coffin
you
for
name
exactly
him?
one Kerbal.
Can
A
you name the
flying
one
coffin.
Kerbal? I want an emotional
He's already
attachment
named
to the first one.
Jebediah. Oh, it names
Alright.
them for you. Although
Mystery
one of the more
goo
recent updates gave you female
containment.
Kerbals, and I like that.
Uh-oh. I'm
Now we
looking
can
at
kill
this, and now I
equally.
want to install Kerbal Space Program for myself again. And I don't really have
It's
that
such a
kind of
good
time.
game. No,
So-
this is a time-consuming game.
Obviously, we need a very stubby ship. And we want to load it with fins. Alright, so how do I...
Josh is creating this in his image, of course, because I'm the tall one of the family.
So is there a way to like make it symmetrical here?
Yeah,
Is there a way
Got a
to...
kick out of
Yeah,
that.
hit X. Hit X.
There's what you can
Ah.
also do is in the lower left corner you have that little circle. You can make
Yeah.
it do multiple
Oh,
things at the same
symmetry
time.
mode. Oh,
Yeah.
different radial symmetries.
I enjoy watching the chat,
I
which tells
remember
you to
that.
do something, and then hearing the rest of the crew explain it to you, like after the fact.
Yes, we need all the fins.
Well, I actually remembered this, but
Oop.
the chat.
You
is-
literally can't have
Accidentally
enough
alt-tabbed
fins.
there.
Fins make you go faster. They generate thrust. That's their purpose.
Oh.
If you paint them red, you go even faster.
Yeah, go easy on the red paint, or you just won't even be able to control the speed.
How do I delete this? Okay.
You don't. Everything you build is permanent.
Are you recording this, by the way, Josh?
I am.
All right.
Okay, so these things like basically cost no mass anyway. How much mass does the girder cost? Oh, some mass. But not that much
It
either.
needs mass. Just slam some more rocket boosters on it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
That's how.
can
rockets
I...
work.
Yeah, I mean you got to worry about
Okay.
how all that's gonna
All right.
affect the vehicle.
We-
You have
we
to
can
worry
do
about
that.
the mass effect.
No, not that.
Or you could launch
where's Rooster?
this particular rocket to the moon and collect mystery goo,
All right.
which I guess is what you're doing.
Wait. We're not there yet.
Oh, this is gonna look good. This looks good and not
Oh, wait,
at
no.
all like 7 disasters waiting to happen.
These aren't even offset right. It's.
No, you're great. You're great. This is
All right.
right to the moon, first try.
Poor Kerbals. Why?
It's gonna be okay.
All right. The SS
Think of all
butt
the
scarring
science
is
we'll do.
is ready to go here.
The sad part is that this is pretty par for the course for first-time Kerbal players.
Just look at how much science you'll be able to do with this thing.
All
It's
right.
magnificent.
What button do I press here? Where's the go
Okay.
button?
Spacebar. That's the go button.
Holy
Or
shit!
basically, spacebar.
Oh! My parachute opened for some reason.
On the same stage as the rockets. That's fine. That's good. Saves you the trouble of
Alright.
opening it later.
It didn't explode.
Well, that Kerbal is going to be incredibly sick.
You know what? You know what? That's actually a really good first flight. You didn't die. Up in the upper left corner is some arrows that you can use to speed up time.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Bandicam frame counter is on top of those. Oh! And then it exploded.
I think your rocket is too heavy for a parachute. Or did it just land?
Did you live?
Oh.
Yeah. Jeb is still alive.
Yeah. Up in the up top of the screen, middle button, like mouse over it, and you'll be able to recover the vehicle.
We must obtain samples from this. Oh,
devoid of
he's not very good at climbing. There we go.
Am I on the moon?
All right.
Did I make it?
This was a shorter trip than I thought.
I'm beginning to wonder if these Kerbals might be slightly part of the problem here.
Yes, they have two stats. I think they have one that's called piloting, and the other is called stupidity. Those are
recover
their two
vessel.
skills.
There we go. All right, so
or maybe it's courage.
Basically.
Oh, I got 5 science from that.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Let's get rocketry. Let's do it.
You can do it, buddy. You can make an actual rocket.
All right.
Yeah,
so
it's
clearly we need to change nothing here, except to put more engines on it.
More. I think you might want less engines. I think you might want to have maybe less engines and more change your engine to parachute ratio is what I would suggest.
Are you?
Maybe put the
I see.
on a
I get it.
stage.
I get it. So, you. Oh, hang on.
Josh, this is going to be a terrible idea.
So what you're saying I should do is do this. And then
Just forget how to put on the symmetry.
yeah, is to do that. And then, you know,
There you go.
putting engines underneath engines. Nobody ever screwed up doing that.
In the lower right, Josh, you'll see this little kind of orange thing. It has a picture of your parachute and a picture of all your engines.
Yeah.
You're going to want to hit a plus sign. There's a plus sign somewhere down there to create a new stage. And put the parachute on a stage higher than the engines.
Higher,
so
I see.
fire at once.
Okay, so what we'll do...
And then every time you hit the spacebar, you activate a new stage. So you can activate everything at once by hammering the spacebar 10 times, if you want. If you want to be a monster. And you do.
Come on.
Wow. This is a very irresponsible... By the way, Josh, you have engines, but those are liquid fuel engines, and you've got...
Do I need to have fuel tanks? Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get rid of that.
They need fuel tanks.
But what you could also do is put more solid rocket boosters under the solid rocket boosters, and then just have 2 like steps of way too much thrust.
This is the one that we already have, right? Yeah. Okay. So, do we have no reaction control yet? Is that just like something we don't?
There's some built-in.
I can't
capsule,
even.
but it's very weak compared to the amount of mass you're dealing with here.
Is there a hotkey for symmetry mode, by the way?
Is that not the X button? Do you use toggle
It
through
X
symmetry?
just cycles.
Oh,
through it.
I see.
X
Okay,
and
that's
Shift
cool.
X.
That's much better. Uh,
So what are these fuel tanks you're building now, or?
no.
No, he's got a solid fuel engine firing into a solid fuel engine below it.
Yeah.
Which we know how this will end, but we're gonna let him do it anyway.
Also, how do you
Narita L
jettison
suggests more
stuff?
boosters.
There's particular items that you can use to jettison.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
don't think you have
Staging,
those
you-
yet.
No, you don't. You don't have staging yet.
all
So you
right.
can only do one.
I'm
stage
listening to
of
chat.
Engines.
Oh, I can only do one stage of engines because I got them in different stages right now. So that should be
Oh,
interesting.
You can have you can do multiple
You
stages
can.
if you want. I mean, just
Yeah,
ignore the haters.
Oh man,
It'll be
Just
fun.
ignore
You
the
put-
haters.
Oh, where's the launch
you
button?
put way too many fins on your first rocket, Josh. It gave me a blue screen of death. It was like 20 way too many fins. I hope there are fewer
Do the
fins this
wordy
time.
thing. Suggests you could cut down on your weight by getting rid of the pilot.
Can I though?
Nah. You'll want to fight.
You can have. Later, you'll unlock stuff to make unmanned stuff.
Well, clearly stage 1 isn't working. Let's fire all the stages. Wait, quick, parachutes!
What you well,
Why does
are you
this
sure
not
those are
exploded
solid
him?
rocket boosters instead of? Now all of them are firing at once.
I called it craters.
By Jebediah, you were the bravest one of us.
I do like how some of the structural
Not the
elements
smartest,
survived.
Not the bravest.
So was that your first rocket that you've blown up, or is that the second?
That was the first one.
It blew up, but the pilot survived. Wait, did
Some-
Jebediah
Wow.
survive that?
Oh, there's a
No,
throttle?
that's an engine on the ground.
No. No, that would be
It did
impressive,
not
but no. Alright. Abort. How do I recover the vehicle? What's the...
How do you recover the vehicle?
I don't know!
Somebody out there with a dustpan. The thing you dismissed, that dialogue you dismissed would have let you return to the science center. Just hit escape
Oh.
and say return to science center.
Alright. Well, clearly the Butt Scarn Mark II needs some improvements. People are still complaining that I'm too loud. Hang
The
on.
management
if-
department.
If you hit revert flight, you can undo the whole thing as if it had never happened, and then Jebediah would no longer be dead.
Oh.
But it's too late for that.
Well, nobody told me that.
What? That's
I know.
not
I deliberately
real.
didn't tell you that because I hate
But-
Jebediah.
What have you got against Jeb?
No. If you revive them, it defeats the purpose of their sacrifice.
Oh, these
They don't
controls are
learn.
weird.
Kids and their wives will understand.
You can't be soft on
Iron
these
Man
Kerbals.
mode.
They have to learn.
Alright, so let's go back to
Yeah, just like that.
the initial one and launch it again.
That should actually, if you replace those with taller engines, you should be able to get up there in the atmosphere.
Well, this one was just fine. I
Yeah,
just
it was great. Yeah, I remember how great it was. I vividly remember you landing without incident.
Hey, Jebediah survived. What else do you want? Well, that's the purpose of this game, right? Build a rocket that explodes and the pilot
So
survives.
we just climbed to over 4,000 meters in about 5 seconds. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah. Kerbals can take a lot of G's. In fact, they can take, as far as I can tell, they can take an infinite number of G's. So you don't have to
Uh-oh.
worry about turning your pilots into liquid.
I think
too
I've
much
made an
acceleration.
ICBM.
Yeah, so... Oh, see, you're already coming back down. It's no big deal. Just deploy the parachutes and you're all good.
No, we gotta accelerate here and then deploy the parachutes, you know, just to speed things up. What's time warp? I don't know what that
Speeding
is.
Only
things up
now
is
did
not
the
what you
engineers
do.
realize the flaws of their plan.
Darren's giggles are too evil for me.
See, we got a bunch of parachute. Oh. Huh. Okay. That's flipping over. Yeah! We did it!
Dancing Turinia pointed out that for it to be an ICBM, it would have to make it to another continent. You didn't
Shut
even leave town. You didn't even leave the You didn't leave the campus.
Hey, what's that over there?
This is how
Wait a
parachutes
minute.
work. If you
Wait,
slam
wait,
like
wait a
10
minute.
at the same place.
Yeah, this is incredibly
God.
educational for vis-a-vis parachute physics.
And shadows.
You must jump. Ah.
Oh,
So what's our new pilot's name? I never caught.
Bill.
I never caught it.
That's Bill
What?
Kerman.
What? Why is this still here?
Bill did not think about how he was going to get back into his vehicle.
Well, that's because he's trying to go to the river to find a boat.
To flee.
I figured Josh would get that reference.
We got
Make it all the
.8
time.
science. Alright,
You're not. You keep leaving the ship, so you're not recovering it, which is you would get more back.
That
if
doesn't
you
make
were
any
in
sense.
the ship when you recovered.
Alright, so we've got,
My question is that you
So this is
clearly have the
better.
ability to make things float and disappear. Why is it such a struggle to get into space?
well, I needed more
I mean, it's
fuel.
hovering there.
You can float. Have you gone into space there, Glitch?
Oh.
There's people
Alright.
saying that you can actually really recover the ships if
Yeah, you
want,
can.
for more science.
Yeah. Just,
Seamus is just being
going out to the science
butt.
center. I gave you good advice. Stay in the ship and you can recover it, and it's easier. And
Just-
you don't have to
you
go
just,
back
you know,
out.
forgot to tell me that
You know who
until,
you're talking to.
you know, 2 things in.
Nah,
You can
Seamus is
apparently
playing
also
easy
go
mode,
to-
Josh. Keep doing the bad thing. Keep making it
You
hard
can
on us.
apparently also go to the map and do it. I don't know what the map is, but... Josh, are
So-
you familiar with the fundamental problem of rocketry?
Yeah, the fuel versus weight.
Yeah. I figured you
Wait a minute, these are liquid fuel tanks.
Yeah,
But
you
they have
put a ton of liquid
oxidizers.
fuel and then a solid fuel booster on the bottom of it.
Okay, I see.
Which
So the
is
liquid fuel will
hilarious.
be my main engine, and the booster will be, right. So I'll move that over there for now.
Booster is usually what you use to get started.
Yeah.
So liquid fuel engines don't have a lot of immediate thrust. So if you build
And,
that thing and you put an engine underneath it, it's just going to stand in place for a few minutes and then fall over.
Yeah, but my question is, does your ship have a pizza bar yet? And if not, I don't think you're gonna get any astronauts to fly in the space.
Add 10 forward. Add 10 forward to the ship.
Yeah, and we can get Neelix too, everybody's favorite character.
Are these
Everybody
connected?
will be really
No.
On second
they
thought,
only
maybe
yes.
we should just crash that rocket.
they're connected.
The one with Neil.
Ship elements can connect relatively easily.
I see.
C to toggle angle snap there, Josh.
Oh.
Liberty angle snap.
Yeah.
Not that it really
Thank
matters
you.
since this is symmetrical.
Oh,
Oh, these should probably be
Transac.
lower.
Well, I mean, if you want to melt your engine from exhaust fumes, that'll be fun.
Well, I don't want to... actually, you make an interesting
so
point.
how's your rocket floating in the air here? Is Magneto part of the build team?
You should probably be asking how my rocket is...
You should
Don't-
probably be asking
the-
why people continue to fund you.
fucking...
I was gonna say that.
That's the most unbelievable science thing, is that people continue to give this project money.
Alright.
I assume it's just
So-
like a Kerbal version of the justice system. Where it's like you are sentenced to serve on Josh's rocket program.
I'd like to think it's a reality TV show, like in combination with what you said. So, Josh is the wacky host
I'm
that makes
noticing
wacky
these are
rockets
slightly
for
offset
the
from one
the
another, but
prisoners
hopefully
to
that won't
fly,
cause it. Oh
air
wait,
quotes.
shit.
Nope,
If
it's
I go
too
back
late.
to the
All over
Space
the
Center, I forgot to put them on different stages.
You can do that
Oh,
here.
launch
You
it.
can do
Fire
that
it.
on the
Oh, I
launch pad.
can? Oh,
Nope,
Yeah,
it's
you
too
can-
late.
you
You're
should
already
have
up
said
there.
so. I find it really
Yeah, we
weird.
know.
Is there a
Okay.
way
Oh,
to
damn it.
is there a way to change the controls so that the mouse wheel doesn't? Oh, you piece of crap! It's really difficult to see this and see where I need to put it. All right, there you go.
Yeah, this can be a little finicky.
So people are going right now, hey, Josh, put the engines upside down.
Darn it.
Seriously?
I was really hoping you would launch before you noticed.
Josh,
Alright,
you can
so-
apparently use shift and scroll wheel for something.
Oh, why isn't that the default mode? Right, anyway, come on. No, all of you, thank you. And then we want to put the liquid fuel engine down here. Alright!
Also, you may already have access to decouplers. I'm not sure.
I didn't see any in my list, so that might be engineering Mark 1. Alright.
Alright, you can do it.
Uh-oh. Something is not quite balanced correctly.
I like
Fire
how
the main
those
booster?
coordinates
Oh,
go on.
shit.
It's always very exciting.
You can steer your rocket, by the way. with
I can?
WASD keys. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
That's usually why you have reaction control.
So... I guess we're going to another continent now.
You always wanted to go
Is
on
it-
an island getaway, right?
Okay, I'm
You
trying
actually made the ICBM. Congratulations. I don't think that piddly little engine has enough thrust to keep you going up, but
to... How do I turn the engine
particularly
off?
since it's pointing sideways.
Uh...
Well, you don't. You can
Oh, God.
The better
can
question
turn
is-
the engine.
Is there a windy
You
zone
can
that
turn the
island?
engine fuel consumption up or down. I'm just not entirely
Nice
sure
parachute.
This is some really weird parachute mechanics going on right now. Oh, shit. I'm basically waiting to run out of fuel. How do I stop this
Turn off the
thing?
engine.
How?
Just Z.
Just turn it off, Josh. Just turn it off.
That turned it on more! Oh, there we go.
I
X.
think it's one of
You
the
son
things
of a
at the bottom
bitch. You're
left.
just trying to kill me.
What is going on here? Is physics just giving up?
Oh. Oh.
It realized Josh was playing it, and it's like, I'm not even gonna bother today.
Shift and control, throttle up and... Thank you, person who said that. You're apparently way more useful than Seamus.
Secretly, it was Seamus's second account.
Well, we're not dead.
What is happening?
Well, this
Now
was
we'll
your
never
most
know if there
successful
was a
flight to
Wendy's.
date.
No, I got the least science from it. Alright, so
Those
why...
canisters you've got around the midsection of your
Yeah.
ship, if you right-click on one of them and say, you know, do whatever it does science, and that gives you science points. So you've been
Oh.
taking all this science equipment with you and then not using it.
Yeah, Josh. Gosh, we all knew that.
I know what the problem is. I didn't put enough fins on it, and as we all know...
No. My computer can't handle the fins.
How many science points do you have?
Not enough. Is that the correct? Yeah.
Oh, and Alduin just pointed out crew reports, and I forgot about those. Right-click on your capsule, and just log crew report. So, you know, from the right-click menu, select log crew report, and that's worth some science. And how it
You mean
works
in a
is it's
mission?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And during a mission, like, you can get some science just for going out on the launch pad, hitting log crew report, and then just ending the mission right there, and that'll give you like 2 science. I mean,
See,
you know, it's like nothing.
The center of mass looks
But-
correct. Why was the thrust off?
Because
So is the center of
atmosphere is not
thrust.
silent. There's wind and shit outside.
Oh.
And you are a very tall rocket.
Center of lift is way down here.
Thank you, Neil
Shit.
deGrasse Tyson.
So clearly we just need to, like, stick more fins on it, right? What the fuck? Okay.
Also, you don't actually need those struts in like any capacity.
Well, I was figuring
You
it
can
might
keep 'em
be
because they look cool.
unstable.
Is cool really the right word? Is it?
Oh,
Yes.
oh, so this brings the center of lift up. Well, obviously we need those up there.
I would have
all
used
over the.
redonkulous.
Oh, that's why you're not a rocket surgeon.
I guess
Alright.
not.
Also,
I'm gonna stick to my brain
solid
science.
fuel engines are kind of wonky. They introduce a lot of randomness to your vector, where usually liquid fuel is a little more. You'll fly a little straighter.
Liquid
But
fuel has
liquid
so
fuel, you know,
little,
per
like,
pa-
thrust.
Right, delta V. It has much less.
Actually, it
yeah,
has a
much-
higher
much less
thrust.
delta V.
Max thrust is 200 versus the one that is so. Alright, well,
Yeah,
let's
but it doesn't do
try
so
this.
very quickly. Whereas your solid fuel is basically a barely controlled explosion strapped to your ship.
They should just add a self. I would love it if there was
Oh, boy.
a literal self-destruct button for these ships that you could just immediately activate and it would destroy the whole thing.
It would destroy the whole
Throttle up!
Not enough fins.
Well,
Can't even see it. It's a cloud.
And you
We
fire
control the weather!
What's odd is every time this happens to me, my parachute gets on fire and breaks, and this is not happening to you. You're getting away with this, and you shouldn't. Like, your thrust is passing through the parachute.
I can't click on anything because it keeps moving. Ah.
maybe pause.
Cut the power! Cut the power! You're down to liquid. Just hit X.
I mean, I could do that. Observe mystery goo.
I like to
Observe how
imagine
the
that
mystery goo behaves in these situations.
Bill is just like this again. Ugh. So he crawls down through the tube and is like, "Ugh, just wait to land. Hope I live. What's this mystery goo doing?
So there's a diminishing returns when you do science, Josh. Like the first crew report you log
Whatever.
on the ground is worth, you know, a few science, but then the next one is worth less science. So every time you do something, it's worth a little bit less science. You can't broadcast. Hit the green button, Josh, to just log the report.
I totally can. It's saying that. It's just, it keeps popping up
Yeah,
because
it's
I've got
saying
8
no-
of them.
It says
No,
no,
it's
comms
saying-
devices cannot broadcast.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Like
telling
it
you,
literally
oh, you're
says that
trying to.
right above your rocket.
Holy shit.
Josh isn't here to read. He's here to build rockets.
Right click on the cockpit. Oh, there.
Now what do I do? Keep data?
Oh, that just
Yes,
Well-
keep data.
Well, I mean, Bill
Log
is still
report.
alive
All
somehow.
Still alive, horrified, spacesuit now filled with own feces.
I got
Would
11.
like recovery soon.
right, let's research stuff.
I love the fact that Bill willingly gets in another rocket after this.
Well, he knows
There's
what
no
happened
way
to
they don't hold his
Jebediah.
family hostage.
Ah, decoupler. Excellent. Yeah, I think we want to. Yeah, I think we want to get this.
That's a good question. Is how does the Josh? It's good to observe the goo in many different
Right.
situations. Observe it when you're parked on the ground, when you're flying through the air, when you're falling, when you're in the upper atmosphere, when you're in the way far upper, when you're in orbit, when you're like way out in space.
All right, so.
And
So Josh,
Volatar-
did you know
Volatar
that
has
your...
some. Volatar has some advice here, but I think he's steering you wrong. He's saying to put the fins on the bottom, but from my recollection of the space program, I vividly remember all rockets have fins on top. I would ignore his advice.
Well, there are fins on the
In
bottom.
fact, I would add more to the top. I would add more
So,
fins to the top and pull off the ones on the bottom.
Remind me when you are on the launch pad again to feed you some actually useful information.
What? I'm giving him useful information.
I mean, it is useful, but I mean
Actually,
more
let's just
useful
blow
in
it
the
up.
sense that it's going to allow him to actually get higher up.
Okay.
Volatar's on to me. Yeah, actually, I guess I should just be open about this now. I'm incredibly racist against Kerbals. That's why I love this game. Hate 'em.
Kerbal kill program.
What did they do to you, Seamus? Why do they deserve this?
So how much fuel is that?
They already have to put up with Josh.
What Josh is doing now is using a jet cockpit on a rocket. Now you're not supposed
Is that
to
not
do
something
that,
that I can do?
And it'll work. It'll
You
fly.
can
It's a
do what
little.
you want.
Oh, I can't put a parachute on it.
Yeah, you need the radial parachute for this to work. But I love doing this because it's fun to fly from first person, so you can be in the cockpit, and I don't know, I get a kick out of it.
Yeah, but that's actually totally worthless for me, so. I can't apparently select the. Ugh.
The cockpit is usually the center of the rocket. So you
Yeah,
can
but I couldn't
pull
select the
everything off
damn
of it.
thing that. Is there a way to, like, increase the number of these modules I'm placing here?
Increase the number of cockpits, or
No, like if I need to place a bunch of fuel segments. Oop.
Oh, well, you get taller ones. That's how you usually do it.
But can I
that's
extend it?
No.
alt click apparently.
Alt click? Apparently
That's
not.
what the chat says. Well, maybe you alt click on a thing to copy it. No, apparently there's no direct copy paste.
No, that's dumb.
Raster prop monitor. No, Volatar. I've never installed that mod. That sounds really cool. I might do that this week. I might. I'm currently working my way through Soma. Josh, don't say anything. I know you beat the game already.
Yes,
I'm working
Oh,
my
you
way through
finally beat
Soma,
the game, huh?
I did.
and I'm having a good time with it. So that might be my
actually-
weekend. I'm not sure, but if I finish with that, I'm probably gonna play some Kerbals.
Josh
And
spent so much time in that game.
Deport as many Kerbals as possible from Kerbin to space.
And once
My
they're there,
default-
You're
they can
kind of
figure out
evil,
their own
Seamus.
path.
You know that?
But yeah,
Deport
alt
them,
click
and if-
actually is like the copy function for. You can select the same item that's on your rocket again, instead of having to go back to the menu.
Josh,
All right, he's got a
question.
staged rocket now. This is getting
do
pretty
you think
sweet.
that your problem might be that you don't have enough parachutes. Because
That's
as far as I
possible.
can tell, the parachutes have infinite power to manipulate physics.
No, parachutes will break, and they won't slow you down enough,
Where
even if
is
they
the
don't break.
parachutes? Here we go.
And you'll just
Not
hit the ground.
Josh's parachutes.
Oh, yeah,
Josh's
that's true.
parachutes are godly.
Vorpal Kitten, Soma is really, it's much less horror and much more sci-fi story. It's more Philip K. Dick and less Stephen King than
Gross.
Amnesia.
Story in my video games? Ugh.
It's more likely than you
So
think.
I like the default layout. It has both of the explosive rings going off, and then the last stage is the main rocket and the parachute.
The auto staging logic is always as stupid as possible. It's like, okay, first we'll set off the parachute, then we'll detach all the engines, then we'll fire the engines, and then
In fact, let's add
then
even
we'll
more
just
granularity to that.
let the capsule fall into the cataclysm of fire below from all that shit we just dumped. Vorpal, there are a couple points where I might have had a choice. I'm not sure if I had a choice or not. It looked like I could do something bad or something nice, and I did what was most expedient. So I'm not sure if there's a lot of choice or not. If it is, it's not BioWare style. You are making a choice now.
Alright.
What are you doing on this rocket?
New Plan has come up with New Plan says if you put parachutes on the top, it slows down your descent. So if you want to increase the speed of ascent, you should put parachutes on the bottom.
See, that's what I was trying to get at.
And let's actually... These cost nothing, so let's add some parachutes to those so that they'll fall to the ground and hopefully not explode. See, I'm thinking about the environment.
I tried doing that in an older version once, but it didn't quite work out the way I was planning to.
You're doing great, Josh. We believe in you. I like how you've got parachutes on the
Where's
stuff
the
that you're
center
gonna
of
ditch.
lift? Oh, it's right in the center of mass.
Let's
That's
make
good.
Sure they get home safe.
Is that good?
Somewhere.
I think that's good. It's probably good.
That's
Who knows?
good.
Do it,
Let's
Josh.
hit it.
Do it.
Oh,
been
you
too
want a
long
little
since we
science goo
watched.
container.
Oh, I've got a
Nice
science
explosion.
lab on it now.
I know, but they both give different science points. Like, you
Oh,
get science
well.
for one and science for the other. So.
Okay, recover vessel.
It has
But
been
also,
far too long
before you
since-
start, you can push the T button to turn on automatic stabilizing, and that automatically stabilizes your rocket a little bit.
Why didn't
little bit,
anybody
yeah.
tell me this until now?
I
Because
don't
it's
understand why anyone
funny.
is telling you this. I can't believe them.
The-
They're on your side or something.
Honestly, Josh, there's just so much stuff to learn here at the beginning. It's like I'm forgetting to tell you this stuff because I forget. You know, I do it habitually. You know, without thinking about it, I hit these keys.
All right. Sadly, the
Also,
liquid
you don't
booster is
have,
going to
like, separate-
explode. I don't have what?
You don't have the dedicated modules that really allow you to do fine manipulation, so it's going to be a little bit of auto stabilization.
Right.
Later on, you get modules with like tiny gas-powered rockets that allow you to maneuver in space. For now, I
Okay,
mean,
so auto stabilization, stability assist.
Yeah, Volatar, but the Josh has a lot of stuff to look at. It's easy to miss what people have been saying. People have
also,
been
it's
saying.
just genuinely very funny. to
All
see
right.
fail and explode.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Here we
Oh,
go.
there you go.
I came here to watch Josh fail. When I heard he was doing Kerbal Space Program, that's what I was excited about. I don't want to see him make it to space.
Yeah. Oh, look at this rocket. This looks like a professional rocket made by somebody
No,
who doesn't
I
hate
curse them.
Kerbals. I hate it.
I'm actually going
It's
so
gonna explode
fast.
soon now.
Look at that. You've got some speed, son.
Look at you hitting the atmosphere. Well, what is that white stuff?
Do some science. Do some science.
You're a fireball man.
Oh wait, I can
It's a rocket
transmit
man.
this data now. Because I have a transmission
You have
thing.
a transmitter.
Yeah.
You get much.
But
less
if I
science for
recover
that,
it,
since you're
I
gonna
get...
land the-
Yeah.
You get way more, so you might as well just keep it.
don't know if I'm gonna have enough fuel to get up there, but I'll be almost in space.
So I've never played this game before. I'd like to imagine, since I'm not seeing any other buildings or life, that the only thing in existence on this planet is the space program building.
We made it!
Yes, you're correct.
We've
Yeah,
hit
correct.
space!
We're about in space.
Hey, Josh,
So
hit
I have
M.
some good news and some bad news.
What the fuck is M?
The good news is
I'm
that
scared
that's really
now.
cool. Also, you don't have any engine power anymore.
Yeah, unfortunately,
so
my orbit is not going to be much of an orbit. Oh, crap, and it's going to drop me in the sea at this rate. What happens
I like where this is going.
if I dump that stage?
You got some height though. If you had actually angled, if you'd actually turned to the side, you might have orbited.
177,000
Or if you
meters.
put more engines on it, you could have actually escaped the gravity well straight up.
Wow, you're gonna need to fast forward through this. This would take literally
Wait,
hours.
I'm making sure that I've gotten all my sciencey stuff. Oh my god.
Log crew report, don't forget that.
The important question, Josh, is did you deploy the parachutes for the things that fell?
How do I... Where's my log crew report?
Put those parachutes on there, so careful.
It's not over yet.
On the door. Yeah, click on the door.
Where's your science lab?
I'm on the door, aren't I? It's underneath the module here.
Look for the window.
Why haven't you jettisoned it yet?
Ah, here we go. Crew report. Why is my... Okay.
Report while you're fast forwarding.
I wasn't trying to... I'm not fast forwarding. Or I thought I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Revert to launch.
You know, I'm watching on a delay.
I couldn't activate my parachute, which was weird.
Whoa! Why did you explode?
Oh, so close! Did you just burn up because you were just
because
too hot?
that was atmospheric re-entry, and
Yeah.
not very heat stable.
Well, let's try this again with a time warp here. Oh.
That big heavy science lab is probably just too much mass to bring with you without a heat shield.
Ate too many donuts.
Yeah, Bill, what's your problem? Bringing too many of your... What are you doing?
Stroke.
Nighttime launch.
Another successful explosion, says Starbuck.
And since this is going to explode... Oh, 0%.
Well, it doesn't have to explode. If you angle your ship a little bit, you'll get.
Well, how do I do that?
With the WASD buttons.
Yeah, WASD. Just look at the nav ball, and you want to push the nose to the east.
Which direction am I looking?
Given this incredible speed that you're going, you want to just aim straight east. Like, get horizontal.
Okay, which way's east?
Yeah, it's...
Push a button,
to the
Josh,
right.
and just see what happens.
Yeah, press just...
Alright.
Angle to
It's better than just doing nothing. Everybody says D.
My orbital window's going up.
Josh,
yeah, you need to hold down the... There you go. Of course, I'm on the delay, so that means you did the correct thing like 30 seconds ago.
Is that...
Probably not going to happen for you before you run out of fuel, but...
Is that the orbital window right there? Why is that blue on the ball?
The symbols that you're seeing are the one that looks like
Sky and ground.
I don't know.
But I'm not entirely sure. That's just your orientation ball.
You're out of fuel anyway. So now all that's left is to wait for Sir Isaac Newton to have his way with you.
But you have a shallower re-entry, so if you jettison all your garbage, you might actually burn up and die.
It's possible.
I don't know. That was a pretty cataclysmic burn up and die last time. I have a bad feeling.
Yeah, no,
about
he's never gonna survive. I'm just giving.
If I point my nose straight down, does this thing have a heat shield on the capsule?
No.
No.
And you want to protect your parachute. That's your only. In fact, aim your ass at the planet, and hopefully it'll burn up your science center, and the capsule will survive.
And all your
Maybe
valuable
the science center
data.
can tank that damage.
If I do an EVA,
In regular campaign, you can't EVA until you upgrade. I don't know if you can do it here in science campaign.
well,
If
I'm
you
not gonna
EVA,
let
then
go
your
because I don't
Kerbal
think he'll
will-
get back. But
If you EVA, then your Kerbal will also burn to death at some point. Outside of
Well,
whatever
let's-
little heat shield you have.
Let's be
You
honest.
could log
He's gonna burn to
right
death.
click on your Kerbal and log a report from doing spacewalk. Because that's
That
worth
doesn't,
quite a bit of science.
oh god, what have I done?
Murdered another innocent Kerbal in the vacuum of space.
No, this
No,
is the
I,
person in the vacuum of space.
I'm in first-person mode. What? How do I get out of this? Oh god.
Yes. Just scroll wheel down so you can get a nice wide view.
Just hit the time button and wait until your capsule explodes in a giant fireball.
You're terrible, Sharon. Why don't you
I
have
love
any?
love flying
Put on
in
the
first
Oculus
person.
Rift.
Other people are saying press the C and V buttons, but they're
Oh, there
they're
we
probably
go.
using like European keyboards and don't know what they're talking about. I wouldn't press those buttons if I were you.
I never press those buttons.
I'm gonna have to agree with Seamus, even though I've never played this.
Have to pay respects.
Is that gonna? What is that gonna do?
Well played, Langus Khan. Are you still going up? You are so dead. You are so dead.
Yeah.
You need to put a transmitter on this thing so that you can phone home and say goodbye to your family.
I have a
before you
transmitter
pancake
on
the
it.
Atmosphere. Somebody gives you the salute emote. It's so beautiful.
Transmit data, 100% science value. So at least we'll get that out of it. Bill will die, but
All right.
No, Bill. You were the best of us.
I mean maybe.
Which isn't saying much, but
The best of the two of them.
I can't even see because it's nighttime.
it was your idea to launch at night.
I accidentally
when
turned on the
sun
time
isn't
warp.
up in space.
No! God, Bill. I can't detach from the lab because I don't have a detachment module on the lab. If I did, then it would work.
If you did, there is a bit of a heat shield on the ass of the
So, how many
module.
Kerbals can I have? Do I just get infinite Kerbals or what? Or do I have to...
Well, you got to hire some more. I think they're
14
free.
days? He was in space for 14 days.
14 days
was a
to
long
come back
trip.
and burn up in the atmosphere for no purpose.
Oh, I think I left it on like 14 days
Oh, before launch.
before
yeah.
launch. Because it's 27
that-
minutes total thing. Okay, so to the Space Center.
All right, so I like how this is going. We've killed 2 Kerbals. I'm kind of frustrated at our low death count, but I think as you get better at
Oh,
the
we
game,
got
we'll be
plenty
able
of
to kill
science from
more.
that. All right.
We learned so much killing that man. Clearly, science works on
Whoa,
human
whoa, whoa.
sacrifice.
Not a man, a Kerbal. Let's not start
Kerbal.
lumping those two groups in together, Seamus.
Right. Clearly,
hear that talk
science
from you
is
again.
based on Kerbal sacrifice.
I
So
I
that's
want
how
to get
you.
more fuel.
Josh, go back out to. Hang on. Go back out to the main map thing.
Okay.
And if you look at the launch pad, you'll see 2 icons there. If you just like click on those icons, it'll like let you recover those vessels, and I think you'll get a few science points for them.
Ah.
So, are science points just used in researching
Zero
more things to build?
science.
Is that what I'm gathering?
0 science. So.
Our goal is to put a man on the moon and watch him die on television.
Oh, hey, look, Jeb's back.
Jeb, back from the dead.
He
Only Bill is
survived
dead
the
somehow,
reset.
which is weird.
Now,
We
now
choose
his
not
wife
to.
and,
We
and
choose to do
kids-
this not because it is easy, but because it
Oh,
is
man.
hilarious.
And
Now
Jerlin
his wife and
is
kids
the
have to
new
endure it again.
flagship person here. With maximum courage and maximum stupidity.
Yes, that's who you want flying your ship.
Better not let him die, you know, the first time he goes into space or anything.
Okay, so what we need now...
That would be bad.
In fact, I feel like we can just get rid of this... Okay, seriously, you need to fuck off. There we go. Of that ring there. And just jettison all that. Because they keep the crew... Like, they keep the reports of these things with them after the stuff is jettisoned, right?
Maybe.
Fuel tank, here we go.
You won't get the science points for the science stuff you don't bring back with you though.
Oh,
so
well...
anything. Yeah, you can transmit. You can transmit, but you know, if you keep the report is kept not in the is not kept in the
In the
cabin,
capsule.
It's kept
It's-
in the
I see.
It's not in the capsule. It's in the equipment itself. So if you detach from the equipment, you lose its science. It's kind of goofy. But
What if...
we put
What
a
if
man
I had a
on the other
re-entry...
side of the room.
What if I had a re-entry booster?
Or just, you know, the parachute. Don't you have enough for, like, more parachutes? You
I-
get a radio
Well,
parachute
yeah,
fairly
but that
early.
doesn't, like, you can't stop re-entry without air with a parachute.
Also, the parachute will catch on
could-
fire and die.
You can totally do this re-entry with just the capsule. I've done it hundreds of times.
Right,
You don't
but I
need-
want the science capsule to survive. So what if we had a booster underneath the capsule to slow its re-entry speed?
Are you
Fourth
familiar with
dimension,
the
I
term
never knew
terminal
you could
velocity?
move. Fourth dimension, I never knew you could move the science into the capsule. I had no idea.
Wait, you can?
I always brought it. Fourth dimension is claiming you can. And Volatar is suggesting shallower trajectory. That would also really
Right.
help.
Like
'Cause I know I've
turn,
brought the
like,
science equipment
well, I'm
back.
still in the atmosphere.
Yes, early in the atmosphere. Like at 40,000 feet is when I usually
This is
start,
going to reduce the actual
vectoring
velocity, but I
east.
think we'll still be okay. Alright.
I don't.
Buttscarn
I'll
Mark
trust-
V.
The V stands for victory.
Or violent re-entry. Which seems more likely.
Okay. So,
Or
let's
victorious
time warp
free
here
entry.
until it's like day.
10 km is time to turn, not 40k. Like, wait till you're about 10k, 10,000 feet up in the air, and then turn.
Right, okay.
10,000 feet isn't quite 10 kilometers.
Oh, shit. I need to make sure that I have this stuff in the right... no, I don't want these in the same one. I want to be able to separate and then fire the booster.
Volatar, I actually don't go by height. I go by where you are in the blue bar. And I was trying to remember which part of the atmospheric pressure gauge that you get.
Alright.
And I always go like, oh, okay, I'm getting out of the deep part of the atmosphere. And I couldn't remember what part of those correspond to what actual altitudes.
Here we go.
When I said less velocity, I was
Okay.
referring to the speed...
Josh, quick,
What?
Josh, do an EVA right now. Oh, you're not falling for that. It's actually pretty funny.
I'm sure.
Spoiler, you
Kerbal's
can't actually
falling
hold on
for
at
it.
this velocity.
This is... If I turn the SAS off, will I... Yeah, okay.
Start
Turn,
Josh, we all know you can't turn the
bitches.
sass off.
Turn, damn you. It's.
So maybe
I don't have a lot of turning power here.
Yeah, right?
because of the SAS.
Yeah,
Also,
you've got a
maybe
very
put your
tiny
engine in
SAS.
Oh,
on top of a
my
very heavy
throttle's
rocket.
not.
You can turn down the throttle and you'll be able to change your vector.
No, my throttle was really slow. I was wondering why my vector was so... I think I might be too shallow to get into any kind of real orbit here.
It's fine. It's fine. Close enough is good enough
you
for
can
rocket
do it.
science. Boy, this makes me want to play the game.
I know. Same for one.
Come on, stay
All
on the
I
target.
want is for Josh to fail. Because I am a supporting brother.
You should be more horizontal, Josh.
I
You're not using your speed optimally.
okay.
Oh, according to our channel's info, it says Spoiler Warning Show is playing E3 2015.
Oh, I never
So
fixed
yes,
that.
Welcome to E3 2015, everybody. We're looking into the future at a game that of the past.
Welcome to E3 2015, where we watch a bunch of stuff crash and burn for no reason.
Which actually is kind of familiar if you remember the E3 stream from that.
You're doing great, Josh.
Remember
Everybody
having
believes
some
in you.
Should I wait
Which
until I...
Kerbal is this? Is this Jebediah again?
Yes. Jebadooby.
Good. He's my favorite to kill.
You're kind of an asshole, Seamus, if anyone ever told you that.
I kind of am, but
Is this the Kerbal Space Pogrom?
oh, that's dark.
We have EVA'd. EVA report. Keep data. Alright, now you should probably board the ship again. Oh. Transmit report. Oh boy. We're spinning. Oh, we're spinning some more. No. Stop.
Nope.
Stop.
The spin is
Now
good.
hit
It's
T
like
to
a bullet,
throw up
right?
inside your helmet.
Now, T is the
Well, I mean,
auto stabilize.
Right
That'll
now,
like
there's
stop
not a lot
it
of
from.
gravity, so
Right.
if your Kerbal doesn't look outside the window, he's not going to notice except for the incredibly spinny ball.
So we're gonna hit somewhere on the dark side of the planet during the night. So this is gonna be fun.
Alright, can we speed up time so we can watch
Yes,
that?
we're about to hit the apogee, I think is what it's called.
Apoapsis is what it calls it in here. I actually always thought it was called apogee too. And I don't know if this is a more correct term or if this is a bit of Kerbal space lingo. I actually would have to ask a real rocket scientist.
Apex, according to the channel.
No.
Apex, yeah. Like I'd never heard of Apoapsis until this program. Apokey.
But apparently apoapsis is an actual orbit word.
Oh, apogee is for Earth. Specifically, if you're at the apogee of something, you're talking about your relationship to the Earth. And so if you're on the moon, you just call it apex and not apogee. Good. Okay, if I ever end up on the moon, I will remember that. Technically, that means if you jump on Earth, at the very top of your jump, you are at the apogee.
No, I don't want to be that. I want to be exactly the opposite of
But
our
if you're on the
trajectory, which I
moon,
assume
you're
is
not.
that yellow. So the plan I've got here is I'm going to fire the booster to slow our descent and hopefully not burn up in the atmosphere.
Yeah,
Josh,
man,
if you
burn up in the
If you
atmosphere.
tip your ship down and boost into it, you'll boost past the fiery layer that keeps exploding you. You'll go right through it, and then
Yeah,
you'll
you've
be
got to
back
get
in.
through that as fast as. Yeah, you got to get through the fire.
That's
layer
not how
as
orbits
fast
work.
As possible. So you aim your nose
Josh,
down
listen to the
and then
expert.
power through the just vector your engine and drive you through the fire layer as fast as possible so you don't catch on fire.
Right. It's like bullets in water. If the bullet punctures hard
Yeah.
enough, the bullet doesn't break apart. It's fine. I've watched action
Yeah.
movies. I would know.
It's if you've ever seen somebody do fire walking, where they like run real quick over the coals, that's the same principle.
Uh-oh. No, turn it off. Oh, God.
I was.
That sounds good and not bad. I wonder what's gonna happen.
Well, I knew when he attached the solid fuel booster, I knew this was gonna end this way. This was everything I dreamed of.
I like that you were actually doing
Eat it, Jebediah, you bastard!
Josh,
I am
did you
disappointed
turn off
that
your
some-
SAS module.
Yeah.
Did I what?
I'm disappointed that
Did
part of
you
the
turn
ship
off your SAS?
survived, but that was still a pretty good science there.
I don't know. SAS.
Pretty good
Oh, no.
Kerbal
I don't know. Did I? I don't know. Sure someone will tell me.
Alright. While I wait for you
Okay.
to build the next $10 billion coffin, I'm gonna go get tea.
What do I need to do here to hit orbit? I need to be... well, we can get rid of this.
Well, you could add more solid rocket boosters. That
Wait.
is genuinely not a bad idea because it
Just-
gives you like the solid thrust needed to get into orbit.
Just kind of just stack them up here.
The rockets I usually put in orbit have at least 2 layers of SRBs. You also need to have a better orbital path.
Yeah, well...
I mostly put the solid rocket boosters on top of each other and then like discard the first layer after use with the things that you now have.
What did I just do? Did the game just crash? I think the game just crashed. No!
Did you put too many fins on it? That's what you get for putting too many fins on it.
KSP.exe is
Working with the
not
fins.
responding.
Yeah. Not surprising.
Uh-oh.
That is what you get with the fins.
Okay, well, we'll be back to Kerbal Space Program in just a second, hopefully.
We'll be right
Wait,
back.
I'm back.
after
What'd I
these
miss?
messages.
Back to
I
the murder program.
apparently I overloaded the fin limit, and Kerbal Space Program
Crashed
exploded.
the game?
I crashed the game. It died.
And now for a little waiting music. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, Bandicam's not showing up here, so I'm gonna quit it again
Are we still
here
in the air?
and
No.
pick it back up here. All right, now we're recording again. Right. I hope. Yeah, okay. Oh, we've got a science at 19. We might be able to get some new stuff.
I hope this missive finds you well.
Pizza bar. Research the pizza bar.
20 science, 18 science, 15 science. What's in the 15 science? Heat shield. Oh.
Well, that sounds useful.
Radiator panel.
Don't waste money on
landing
heat
strut.
shields. All it'll do is prevent Kerbals from dying like they deserve. It's the worst thing. It's a complete waste of points. Buy bigger engines so you can kill them harder.
Why would you use a heat shield to stop heat? That's not how elemental resistances work.
Did my spacecraft go? Oh, autosave spaceship. Here we go. Alright, let's lift you into the air a little bit here so I can work on the bottom. Oh, no. Oh, wait, you know what? I need to... No, 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 no. These controls are weird.
They need to change this game so it's compatible with an Xbox controller.
Why can't I put these on the
Seamus, question from chat for you.
on the ship?
What is your preferred method of Kerbal death? Explosive re-entry or being left out in the void of space to slowly run out of supplies?
Okay. Honestly,
'cause there's a parachute
putting
on it.
my Kerbal racism aside, most of my Kerbals die simply by being let. You know, they don't actually die, but they end up on the surface of another world without enough Delta V to get home. That's what happens
There's
to
a
most
movie
of my
about that.
Kerbals. Yeah.
Coming
It's
out.
like, imagine if The Martian starred like Trailer Park Boys and they didn't know how to get home, so they just stayed on Mars forever. That's me playing Kerbal Space Program.
So it's basically Lonely Astronaut.
Yeah, although I like to send them in groups. That's another reason I don't have enough Delta V to get home, is I like to send groups, and of course the group module is friggin' heavy. Oh, it's way more than 3 times as heavy for 3 times as many Kerbals.
Alright, so we've got heat shields, right? Heat shield. Ugh,
Wait, what are you
alright.
doing with those?
You know, Dancing Darunia, yeah, permanent planetary base. That's really what the game calls it, but you know, that's how the game treats it. But I can't get over the whole thing. The question in my head the whole time is, what do these guys eat? And so I just assume that they're dead, and in my mind they're actually dead.
Did that fuck up the center of lift too much? Might
You're
wanna put-
way too worried about center of lift, and not enough worried about,
what, murdering Kerbals?
yes. I never look at where center of lift is. Just fins on the bottom, weight on the bottom, and you should be good. This is a very tall rocket, though. You're going to have hard time steering it.
Well, I'm hopefully
You're
not
going
going to have
to
to
have an
steer it
easy
until
time
at least the
tracking it.
second stage.
Molabo. Yeah, there are several. There are so many great mods for this game, but they're like, a lot of them are as complicated as the core game, and the core game is challenging enough for me. I have a
Alright.
really hard time getting enough
let's
Delta V
organize
together.
these.
And I've discovered it's just my piloting isn't good enough. I'm not as efficient
Oh,
as I
wow.
need to be with my burns.
It actually automatically put them into a reasonable thing,
Oh, sick burn.
with one exception, which is that the parachute here is in the... Oh no, that's not where we want it. We want...
It defaults to putting the parachute anywhere but on the very top.
Alright, let's do it. Oh, Bill's back again. We seem to be cycling between people named Bill and Jeb. Oh. It's bending. Oh, God. Okay. Nope.
Well, you messed up your center of lift, so your fault.
Oh,
Not
boy.
one
Did you turn your SAS
I
on?
love this.
Oh, jeez.
You need Viagra for your spaceship.
No, shit. Fuck.
Viagra and 2.
Ah.
Josh, eject some of that stuff.
That was $1 billion we didn't need.
Shit. No. We'll make it. We'll do it.
Ram that rocket dick right into the ground.
Oh man, that's the only thing that would have made
You
this better.
actually.
First person.
Oh, did you live?
No.
Nope.
Can you
No,
recover
Bill
this?
is super dead.
You actually could have just gone through the staging real quick and switched to gone all the way up the parachute and survived that.
Okay, so they're telling me that fins at the top was a bad idea. So let's try that again with no fins on the top.
Okay,
I
my,
think
my
that was the
attempts to
best
kill
idea.
your Kerbins aside, I would make a shorter rocket. You've got a lot of Delta. You've
Nope.
got way more Delta V than you need.
Nope,
to
we
get,
need extra.
All right.
I want you to crash into another planet, Josh. That's what I want to see.
The launch of Phallus 1.
Oh, we seem to be... yeah, so it was totally the fins that was fighting. That doesn't seem right.
Are you arguing with science, Josh?
Maybe.
Are you anti-science?
You're correct in that nothing about that rocket seems right.
Look, it gets shorter as it you know, expends more of its load.
Look, your giant penis-shaped rocket just needs to get rid of some of its load, and then it'll be straighter. Wait, that's backwards.
Alright.
See, you punch through the fire layer on this end. Why can't you just punch through the fire layer on the other end, Josh? You're doing it wrong. You have to just thrust towards the ground.
Josh, you were way too late with turning into orbit.
Yeah, you forgot to turn. You forgot.
I was trying. I was really, honest to God, mashing the D key there.
Oh, you just.
It's just it
yeah,
wouldn't
you
let
just
me.
couldn't.
Maybe I
Well, now
have
just
too
go
much
straight
delta
horizontal.
V.
No, in this case, just go as horizontal as you can. And open that throttle.
Yeah.
Throttle right at the horizon as hard as you can. Just thrust this ship right at the horizon.
Punch the hyperdrive. You can do it, Josh. You can cause your
No-
Kerbals to crash land in new and interesting locales.
Well, we might actually have enough fuel
People
to
giving you
get
advice on a 30
some
second
kind of
delay.
orbit here.
If you do this thrusting while you're going through the apoapsis, more of it will
We
go
did it!
into getting you into orbit.
I don't believe
Now for the $1 billion question, Josh. Do you have enough fuel left to deorbit?
I have like 5% fuel, so I'm gonna say
Josh, go back to your
probably
map real
not.
quick.
What's your periapsis there? Your low point of your orbit?
It's at 50,000 meters. It's actually
Oh,
inside
that's
the
good.
atmosphere.
That's inside the atmosphere. So, yeah. So what'll happen is you're technically in orbit, but even if you had no fuel, you could just naturally deorbit like this. Just drag through the atmosphere enough times, and you'll deorbit.
But if you go to the apoapsis and then turn yourself in the opposite
And then
direction
do-
and fire your engines,
Yeah, that will get you home sooner.
Assuming that I have anywhere near enough fuel to cancel that.
you don't have to cancel it though. You're already in orbit, so over time you're gonna
Yeah.
hit fire eventually. But if you like burn in the opposite direction of your orbital path, you'll increase the speed with which that happens.
It looks like the chat is telling you that you need to flip over, and that will help you survive.
What they mean is aim, retrograde. Like right now, that little symbol on your nav ball.
Seamus,
It's
that's
like
actually
got
what
a
they mean.
Yeah, Josh, that's that it's a yellow circle.
Yeah,
on your
I know
nav
what
ball
I know what it
with a
is.
line
You
going
aim the
Yeah.
different direction than you're actually going in order to reduce your tangential direction to the fall, so
okay,
that you
you're good.
fall faster into the planet.
Okay, good.
No comms devices cannot transmit data.
Did I nuke
Josh,
my
did you put a science center on
communication?
this thing?
I did.
Yep.
I think I not. I think I
That's the base
deleted my.
of a
No, I've got a
Kerbal
communication antenna.
You might be also watch your power. I don't know how much electricity.
Where
you
the
have,
hell is my
but you
power?
can run out. Upper right. Upper right, the little gray buttons. Click on them, and it shows you
Apparently, I have none.
that.
No electricity, but I can still rotate the ship magically.
I think that's
Yeah,
just
that's...
you getting into the ship and like rocking back and forth
That's
really
not
hard.
how.
I
That's
think
not how it works.
Shh. Just let
It's like you
science have
getting
its
out
way.
of the ship and just blowing in one direction.
I mean, that
Yes,
would
inside- while
work,
wearing your helmet.
but
I know, that's why I said it.
all right. Let's get to the.
Wave your arm. Get out and paddle your feet into the space. Phil Morpho, this is the space program, not the space and back program.
Well, I mean, he's gonna go back.
Are you? Everybody else is saying no, Josh. Don't do that because I've rotated so that I can reduce the orbital thing at the
You
apogee.
can- I think right now... Do you have a heat shield on this?
I do.
He does. You need very little thrust to deorbit, Josh. Just
Well,
a
it's just
few
that, like...
Remember,
Why?
it's
I
gonna
don't
be
trust
incredibly
any of
strong.
you at this point.
Actually,
thing is
okay,
that
total
after
seriousness.
you-
A retrograde burn right now, just a few taps of it is going to have a huge impact on your periapsis and will bring you down rather quickly. I mean, you know, just do a few taps. You're going to have lots of time. Just like tap the throttle a few times
Wait
and
a
then
minute,
go back
I'm not
in,
facing
and
the
you'll
right
like go
direction
from
here.
30 to 25,000
Oh, wait, yes, I am.
feet.
Just because
Also,
I'm
what
going
you want
out
to
so
do
far.
afterwards is rotate your heat shield to actually be in the front, which right,
Right.
now it is
Obviously.
And you might
So
want to
if you
get rid
were
of
to
this.
do
Well,
Yeah, and then
again.
get your guy
dead
out into
mass.
space, and do some tubing, like space tubing, maybe some space skiing. You know,
I
they
can
need
see
a
the
day off
moon.
too every once in a while in space. I wonder if an astronaut gets a day off in space, and I wonder what that consists of.
To Neil Armstrong. All right, Saturday's your day off. You don't have to be an astronaut today. And he's there, you know, in the
his
Gemini
boxers.
module, like, yeah, reading the paper, smoking a pipe. And everybody else on the ship is like, what the hell, dude?
Well,
Once you've touched the moon,
get
you
days
get
off.
1 day off.
It turns out his day off is the day when he's on the moon, so he refuses to go out. Kerbal's drink mystery goo. That's a terrifying thought.
Alright. I think I'm basically lined up. Let's start this this burn and see how long it takes for the engine to run out of fuel.
I love that they say a couple taps, and you're like, let's just use all the fuel.
Oh, there we
that's
go.
Let's burn it.
Oh, crap. God damn it! That was the dumbest way I
Yes,
could
you
have.
used all the fuel. that's left.
No! I accidentally turned the time warp on to like interstellar flight level and crashed into the Earth. Son of a bitch.
Good job.
This was the
Good
best
job.
one. I love that your explosion is the size of the planet and is far away from the planet. This is beautiful.
Oh, hey, Skarn, you just missed the destruction of the SS
him
Buttskarn 6.
The S. Oh, god damn it! Are you naming these after me, Josh?
Maybe.
We're naming them after you, shaping them like penises, and then slamming them into the earth at maximum speed. And no, none of that was
Thanks,
a joke.
guys. See you guys. See you guys. Saturday.
Thanks for contributing.
Oh, I want to do that again, man.
So, Josh,
Just
I just want to
revert
let you
to
know that
launch.
today was a really rough, stressful, never-ending day at work, and you have single-handedly made it much, much worse. Thank you very much, Josh.